good to be on the field playing some football here. Well, I just started out with it's really exciting to get these guys out here. We look forward to it, with all the build-up and all that. A lot of good action today. Saw lots of stuff. Can't wait to get to the film so I can really see, in between and behind it and all around it so we can figure it out. But we're off to a good start, and there's a lot of enthusiasm and a lot of juice from these guys. They're expected to figure that part out so that when we get here Monday when the rest of the fellas get here, they'll fit right in. So we're off and running.
At first glance, who or what stood out to you?
I think the whole group that they were, they're out here 20 minutes early waiting for practice to start, and they're really eager and all. It's a solid group of guys. Like we've said from the beginning, the personalities of them, and it feels like there's a number of guys that will have the potential kind of makeup to be leaders, and you can just feel it. And so it's a very confident group, not cocky at all, ready to work, and so it's really just a collective. There's too many to really single anybody out.
With that in mind, you saying that they showed up 20 minutes early to practice, how much of it is just watching how these guys show up and make an impression and interact and those sorts of non-football things?
Really, it's a good point, Jen, because what we're trying to do here is really see everything right now. We've told them that we got to learn them and figure them out. And they know that everything counts. We made a big deal about that. So that's how they present themselves and how they act and how they speak and the questions and the attention to the details and all of that and how much they care. We're looking at everything, and it's not just what's on the field. That's where we're kind of living with them for a weekend here and just trying to get as much information. That's really for our benefit so that we can help them as much as possible. And that's always how we go about stuff. And so the process is underway. And now that they're here with us, this is the best chance to really start to figure, who they are and what they're all about.
Are you sort of easing Jackson and Devin into things a little bit?
Yeah, both guys had hamstring issues, in the off season, and so we just want to make sure we know where they are, and so we don't want to go too far too fast. There's no reason at this point because they can still get all the learning done. There's a lot of walkthrough plays in this process that we go through, so they can get the learning and see what's going on. They've been on Zoom calls for since the draft, with their coaches, so they do understand what's going on. Now they're putting it together. But we're assessing it more than anything to make sure we know where we are.
With that learning, we saw Jackson kind of right in Sanjay's pocket for half the practice. How much of an asset is that to him just get that knowledge?
We're going to compete wherever we can. If he can't get the reps at the full tempo, then we're going to make sure that he was in the huddle. So he got every rep in terms of the mental side of it. And Sanjay and Nate, they're quizzing him every chance they get, making sure that they know what's going on. And so it's competing to help these guys learn right now. So we'll take advantage of any op we get.
In this type of practice situation where you don't have the contact and things like that, some positions are harder to evaluate than others. What do you look for in the trenches with offensive and defensive linemen?
Yeah, well, even starting with the first walkthrough of the day, I'm digging in on the old linemen and watching their footwork and seeing if they have a feel for the combination blocks and stuff that they'll execute full speed later. I was excited to see the inside guys. They look pretty good, and Olu is you can tell that he's been coached really well, and he has a feel for schemes and combination blocks. Bradford too, and a couple of the other kids too that are here look good. So you can tell a lot. You can see a lot, and we're looking hard to watch Mike Morris how he makes this transition that we're putting him through. Mike came in at 290 something. He's 6'6", 290 something. He looks great out there. He's played some defensive line, but not as much as he's going to play now. Really eager to learn it and all of it. Well, you can see stuff, and so we got to use our imagination a little bit, but we know how tough these guys are. We've seen them play football. Now we need to see if they can adapt to our stuff, and there's a lot of positives in there.
Bradford, the stuff you're talking about, Olu, and how smart he is and how much that comes through. With that position in particular, just how big an asset is.
Yeah, well, we've always cherished the guy that can kind of be the play caller up front in the middle, and Olu's got that background. He jumped into the Michigan thing and took over kind of overwhelmed the country a little bit with his play at center and got all those awards and acclaim and all of that. And you can see why. Yeah, he's a really bright kid. He's got all the physicals. He weighed in at 319. He looked terrific. And that, watching those guys fit together, and I've already talked to them about, kind of getting the special communication line open so that they can learn and grow together.
Steve, as many years as you've been doing this, do you still get fired up on that first day with a new crop of rookies? Is there something
I better not just be fired up on this first day. We can make it through the camp first, you know. And,
Was there something
yeah, no, you know,
else?
I really am. I really am charged about this group, and the whole off season has been that there's a sense, you know, of something special's happening, and I've felt this before in other years, you know, coming off of the year before, not quite getting the business taken care of, you know, and you can feel that it's there for us, and so. That's why it was so exciting to go in the draft with the numbers that we had and the opportunity that we had, and then we feel like we really accomplished a lot there. It just adds to it, so it brings us to this time. And then Monday, that'll be the first time that we'll get most of the team, almost everybody will be here Monday, to see it all kind of get in the same room at the same time. And it's all, it's about building that relationship and that connection to the commitment and the goals and where we think we can go. And we got nothing but really high expectations around here.
What do you see out of Jarek Reed, getting him out here and seeing him?
Yeah, he's a stud now. He's really built. He's really quick. You know, I needed to see him in person to see how physical he is. See how he can play as physical a style as he has. He's a stud now. He's really built, and he's fast as hell. And so made first impression that was good today.
What about Jared Hall?
He really looks the part. You know, 255 weighed in. He's in good shape. Has really good feel for the position. You know, he's got drops and he's got rushes and things like that. Me has no problem with any of that stuff as far as the learning. Clint was taking a lot of care to make sure that we got him up and going and get him off to a good start. There's not much of this position he can't do now. We just need to see how physical he can be and how he can put it all together and really assess his pass rush will be an exciting part. He'll be able to do the drops and all that.
How does Cameron Young look?
He's huge, you know, 320 something, you know, he looked exactly like what we were hoping to see. You know, we wanted to see a big guy that come in and play nose tackle for us, and there's no question. We've seen him on film and all that, but you still got to, you know, get around him. He's a big man, and he's real bright about the position, understands it and all, and he's going to do fine.
At that nose spot, you mentioned the value of the experience for Olu on offense. How excited are you to be able to get some guys like Robert Cooper and Jonah Tabai who had really good college careers?
Yeah, you'll see. We're putting together kind of a real competition there. You know, Tavai's got a big background in playmaking. You know, he's done so much. He made so many plays in the backfield and been so hard to deal with and all. We have to come to appreciate his style. He's not a big guy. You know, he's just a real instinctive football player with great leverage and all that because of his size. Coop's a big kid too now, you know, and you see how he does. So the position already looks way better than it did a week ago, you know, when we were concerned too, you know. We wanted to make sure we had guys in here to battle and to push Cam too, so he's got, you know, he's got that fire burning under him too. So, and we're not done yet too. We still got work to do there.
There was a report you signed Mario Edwards, or you're going to sign Mario Edwards. Yeah, where can he fit into?
Yeah, he's not signed yet, but he'll be in here Monday, and so I'm really pumped about this because I thought I saw something in Mario. You know, a couple months ago when we started free agency, that where he could help us. He's got versatility. He's played and he's stood up. He's been on hand on the ground. He's been inside as a 3 technique. He's played everywhere along the line that I really like. He's really quick and he plays really hard. He's got a real good attitude about him. So he fit in a lot of ways. So I see him adding to the pass rush for sure, and he'll be competing to be in that first group. You know, the first 4 guys out there, and I've seen him play enough. He can play football. He'll be a big factor for us.
With Jackson, was there something about his game and his skill set that you felt like was a really good fit specifically for Shane's offense?
Yeah, no. Yeah, we really see him as a slot back guy that we can really do a lot of things with. He's really instinctive. His sense and awareness inside. He's a guy that you could throw the ball to a lot and count on him. He's a great catcher, so that's not the issue at all. But he's got real feel for in the small areas of getting open and spaces and stuff like that. And he's been a big play guy too. He's come through catching and running. So we don't have any question. That's why we are so excited to get him. We don't have any question about him fitting into what we want. He has enough flexibility to move around as well, but he'll allow us to really move our other guys, counting on that he can be in the slot when we want to, and then we'll move DK and Tyler and other guys, and we think this could really allow us to match those guys out.
What do you like about the quarterback you guys brought in, Holton?
Well, in high school, in his senior year in high school, he threw 61 touchdown passes. Come on. You never heard anybody threw 61 touchdowns. And I think he ran for 14 or 15 too, and he's been throwing touchdowns ever since. He's a player, and he's got two of his receivers are with teams right now, and we've got Johnson here, and then he's got another guy I think with the Niners that he'd been part of it. Very productive. Seems really confident, in himself, and he's got some transitions to make because our style is different than what they played. They're coming plays off the sidelines all the time, no huddle and all that, but he'll be fine with it. But he's making transitions. But he's exciting because it's kind of like the intangibles that are there because he's been successful for a long time at the position.
How often do you get these new guys coming in here from all around the country and get out here and look at this place?
Oh no, it's amazing.
Come to you and marvel about it. What
No, they're.
Paul built this? I mean, the value of it.
Yeah, they are impressed with it. I mean, they're talking about it coming off the field today, and of course we build it up. It's always like this here, and so when they get here, it's great to be able to accent that. But hopefully, in time, they're going to know that this is a great place to come to, and they can already see it's got the makings of it. How could you ever be playing football on a lake right here, and gorgeous setting, and the weather's beautiful, and the kids who come from the south and back in the east, we have all the humidity. That's not going to be part of the factor and for them, and they are enthused. Coming off the field yesterday, or on I think it was Thursday. It was with our guys. They're looking around. They're going, I can't believe it's like this, but it is, and this has been a great place. It's helped us be consistent over the years. It does give us a chance to recruit, and guys that come through here that we aren't able to sign, we'll leave an impression with them. They'll think about coming back if we get an opportunity, and that's part of it. We're either competing or you're not, and I know that we're sending messages to a lot of kids that may have a second chance of coming back around. So.
Do you have any updates on Jamal or Jordan Brooks or Brian Bonet?
Yeah, we got some test stuff back in. I think it was just today. They're doing well. They're making good progress, and they'll be in here in a while. There's no rush for them to be here because they can't do the work yet. But they're in really good setups where they are, so they're both staying pretty connected out there. And Quandre is in the process of adding to the family, and so he's hopefully that the baby comes here conveniently for us, but may not. Babies, they kind of have a mind of their own, so we'll wait and see how that works out. But when all those guys are back with us, it feels good, and they're making good progress.
Anything else?
Okay, see you.